Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
First of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are watching. You do a good job, and no one cares about you, but we care about you here at Caveman's Corner. So thank you all for watching on your special day. For everyone that's watching on YouTube, please click the like and subscribe button. Do it now, and we appreciate you. I got two of my guys on. I run a gym, Integrity Martial Arts, up there in the corner. We sponsor everything. And I got two people fighting on the Full Contact Promotions card, Rage in the Cage. And Amanda Dirty Dustin's making a return to the cage. She fought MMA a little bit over a year ago. And the tractor, Aaron Ackley, is about to make his debut in the cage. You guys are both fighting K1. How you guys feeling? Let's start with you, Aaron.
I feel pretty good. I mean, getting through camp has been interesting. You know, fight camp, it's not like anything I've ever experienced in my life. More physically demanding than anything I've ever done. But yeah, you've been helping me and like kind of keeping me healthy throughout it and making sure making sure that we're like steady throughout it. And so like I feel really good right now. And people keep asking me if I'm nervous, and I keep telling them no. I'm not nervous really at all yet. I have a feeling I'll probably get nervous like the night before or whatever, but right now I feel good. I feel excited.
I never get nervous. That's a lie. I do get nervous. I'm just I talk to guys about it a lot. Like I think nerves are an important part of the process. Like at some point you should be nervous. I get real nervous when I sign the contract. To me, that's the real deal. You guys don't have to do it because you're amateurs, but when you sign your name to that contract, like man, I gotta be there. It's a real fight now. This guy's a professional. He's gonna try and punch me in the face. It's a scary thing. How about you, Amanda? How's your training been going? How do you feel?
I feel fine.
Is your weight a problem? I see that you're it looks like you're in the sauna there.
No, I have a house full of children and birds and dogs, and it's a quiet place for me. Except for Aurora was just in here with me going, hey, what you doing in here?
Nice. And Aurora is?
My daughter.
So you have kids, huh?
Yeah, you teach them.
Yeah, I know that, but my job is to interview you. You're not very good at this, but that's okay. So both your kids have been training since you're 3. You've been exposed to this game for a very long time. What made you really start training?
I don't know. So I thought jiu-jitsu looked pretty cool when they did their first tournament. And I was like, I want to learn how to move like that. And I was really only into jiu-jitsu, and I did jiu-jitsu for a long time. And then I found like it was really hard to give people my weight. And you were like, well, how about you do a super fight? And we'll get you matched up with someone your weight. You can, like another blue belt, you can do jiu-jitsu with them in the cage. That'll be fun for you. And we kind of talked about it a little bit, and then you opened up your striking class. I found out that I was not that bad on my feet as I thought I was. And we just kind of went from there, like mixing it all together, and then slowly pulling it apart piece by piece, and really getting into each sport and making, the Muay Thai or the striking or the kickboxing better, and the jiu-jitsu better separately.
Yeah, since Matt Flores was the other coach there, he moves really, really good, and he makes jiu-jitsu look beautiful. So I know why you can like jiu-jitsu, and I'm like, my jiu-jitsu is not so beautiful, but it definitely mushes you. Aaron.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, man?
Oh yeah, you squished me.
I should. I'm a big fat guy now. Aaron, what got you into fighting? What made you walk into the doors of integrity when you hung out with the kids class?
That's another really weird one. because I don't know what got me into it. I know I've always, well, at least over the past couple of years. Well, so for people who don't know, I've only been training for a year. And so for the last couple of years, I've kind of wanted to get into a martial art, but like I didn't know literally anything about martial arts. So like I looked up like different kinds, and Muay Thai seemed like really awesome. I knew I wanted to learn striking first and grappling later. Um, and so I literally looked up on Google Maps Muay Thai gyms or whatever. And yours happened to be like either the first or like one of the first. I think it might have been the first just because it's so close to me. And so I called you, and I think you said like, "Hey, come on in for like a free like session or whatever." And I came in, and I really liked it, and so I decided, okay, I guess I'll do Muay Thai here until things go poorly, and then they never went poorly. So
Well, I'm really glad it didn't go poorly yet. I must have to beat you harder or something. I don't know. Like you had some rough goes, man. When you first started, you were getting beat up a little bit. Tyler was
yeah,
not the nicest guy in the world, and then you were kind of his dummy for his fight. So you kind of got to experience like what a fight camp was like living through him. So that helped prepare you for it.
yeah. So Tyler was there like what, a few months after I started, so pretty much from the start. And I mean, I'm super grateful for him though, because like he was always tough on me, like always, no matter what. And so it like taught me to be tougher, and like just like, and like there was no way I was gonna ever show him that like he was gonna get to me, or like that I was having a hard time with him, but I was always having a hard time sparring him and stuff. But super grateful to him because he helped me just like, get even tougher and like, see things through and whatnot. But yeah, besides that, I mean, starting was awesome. I came in with just a mentality of like, I want to come in. I know sparring is a huge part of these sports. And that's where a lot of people really learn the stuff that they're being taught. And I decided to kind of roll with it.
Yeah, it worked out really good for you so far. You've come so far. You're one of the few people that have really like bit into what I teach, and like you've just been evolving, and I really think that you've come so far. I'm sure Amanda can like back me up on how far you come since the first day when you had that long hair and every time I got hit, it was like poof, poof. Gone so far. Your
Yeah,
body's changed.
Videos of us when you first started.
what'd you
After you
say?
win your fight, I'll share the videos of us when you first started.
Oh yeah, you could share them before I fight.
Yeah, he does not.
I just don't want them to see nothing about you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine
he
then.
even fought. He even fought the wrong hand. That was when he still fighting orthodox, before he learned that he was
Yeah,
left-handed.
yeah. I was trying to get like my kicks down. My kicks always suck and everything, but I still
Yeah,
have the long hair. It's just tied back now, uh,
yeah.
and it doesn't floop around so much.
Hopefully, you're 2 pounds over, so I can shave that all
I don't think it's 2 pounds worth.
off. It might be. So, man, this is your second camp now. You went through a first camp. You went through an MMA camp. How do you feeling now, and what's the differences between training for MMA and training for a K1 bout?
So I feel like I have a little more time to like really work on the things instead of so much, like I had to be there for every jujitsu class and every Muay Thai class for MMA. So, then I had to go lift also, and I had to get my cardio in, and like it was that much more I had to juggle. And then I feel like it's kind of been nice to just do the Muay Thai, and then on the jujitsu days I go lift, and it's just one less whole bunch of days I have to worry about. I'm still doing things every day, but I didn't have to fit in that whole extra sport.
Yeah, it's probably a lot safer on your body too. A lot less wrestling. Like, so for everyone that doesn't know, Amanda is going to be fighting at 115 pounds, rage in a cage. She's taking on Taylor NG. I'm not sure how to say the name. I apologize, Taylor, if I butcher your last name. So you're a pretty small girl. Aaron is probably our smallest guy, and he's walking around, about 160 pounds all the time. So, so you're obviously one of the smallest people in the gym. Like, how hard is it to train when you're the small person?
Very hard. Especially considering that we have like 2 people we train with that are like 6'5" and above.
Yeah, definitely.
For a while, it was mostly training with them. So I had to learn just how to, combat that. I mean, it's super tough, but sparring guys like you and other people that are similar height and weight hasn't been too much of a struggle. It's just really when they're like, way up there.
Like Derek?
Yeah, well,
Or
Dee's
Ben?
pretty tall.
Ben's like 7 foot tall, dude. He's like,
Yeah, Ben's like 6'8" or something.
yeah. Like my nose is at his nipples, so like it's not a great height.
Yeah.
So now Aaron's a smaller guy, and it's tough for him to train at times because we're all much bigger than him. But Aaron sometimes doesn't know how big he is because he's like grabs the biggest guy and he's like, all right, let's spar. And I'm like, yo, maybe you should like chill back a little bit. But your bones are like super dense. You must have been like made from a meteorite or something, dude. Like every time like you get hit, it like hurts us instead of you. So that's a pretty good
Well, like
attribute to have.
Aaron still believes in the moon, so.
Yeah, Aaron does still believe in the moon. Oh, I forgot to tell. So 2 things. We have to go back.
I got the moon right here.
What is that?
It's the moon. It's a thing that sits on my nightstand. It's a moon.
Did you buy that because we hurt your feelings?
No. And I wouldn't tell you if I did.
So the first day Aaron came in, Tyler's like, he wore a NASA shirt, and Tyler's like, dude, I bet you believe in a moon landing. So ever since we've been really hard pushing Aaron that the moon doesn't exist, and we never landed there because we never really filmed the landing. I don't think we ever filmed it. I think that's totally fake.
Okay, I thought you were crazy, like actually insane for the longest time because you kept saying the moon landing was fake, and only insane people say that. But eventually you told me that you like, no, I think we went to the moon. I just think that the video of us landing on the moon was fake. And
100%.
that I could maybe understand and like get behind. Like with some
I mean, I'm not
thinking,
sure that we ever got there.
Well,
that's where the aliens are. Did you see there's a Harvard study that they say aliens might be in the middle
sure about
of the
it.
moon?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say.
I mean, my neighbor believes that the moon is a spaceship.
It could be.
I wouldn't go that far.
Never know. And the other thing about Aaron is the second day Aaron was in class, he ended up going to the kids' class. And
and we're teaching together, and I'm like, can you get this man out of here? Like, do something.
Wait, he
Okay.
hasn't paid yet.
Yeah. Okay. That was totally my fault. That was totally my fault. But like, you have to understand, it was my second day, and you have classes at like a 7:30 class and a 6:30 class, and I got them just mixed up. So I showed up to a 7:30 class at 6:30, and so there's this kids class going on still, and I walked in just thinking,
keeping the wall like a mother.
Yeah, yeah. All the kids were doing like keep drills, and so it was my second day. I walked in, I was like, "Oh, I guess kids' class is running over. I'll just warm up," and just started keeping the wall.
Oh my god! For those that don't know, the kids' class and the adult class are completely separated, and we normally don't let strangers on the mat. And like Aaron was still brand new and he hadn't paid yet. He came to the trial class, and this was the class he was going to sign up at. So like I didn't want to push him out the door. So sometimes like you have some financial need and you're like, man, what's going on? I was like, all right, go down there. And then we're talking like, what are we gonna do with this guy? I don't know if he knows. And then so then you did the class, and then Tyler came in a little bit early. He saw you on the mat, and then he starts jump roping on the mat. And then I had to have a whole discussion about it's not okay to be on the mat during kids class after. and it all worked out pretty good, I think.
I remember that discussion.
You're
Yeah.
basically like only a year older than those kids anyway, Aaron. You're
Yeah,
a kid
at the
too.
time I thought you were like 38.
Well, yeah.
When you had the longer beard, you definitely looked a little bit older.
Well,
And
yeah, I had
you
a
looked-
longer beard and I was like 50 or 60 pounds heavier. And so, like, I think I just looked a lot older.
And you wore
How
a
much-
bandana.
Yeah, that too.
Are you gonna wear a bandana when you fight?
Absolutely not.
No?
No way. I have
coming
the
down the
integrity
tractor?
one right next to me. No,
Perfect.
there's
Hey.
no way I'm walking out the tractor.
Do you drive a tractor or something?
No.
So your nickname, you got nicknamed Tractor by Amanda, and it's stuck for some reason. And now you're the Tractor.
It's kind of my fault that it stuck too, because I remember being in the integrity like group chat and Amanda had said like, "Oh no, you're tractor." And then I said, "No, there's no way I'm going by tractor." And then like Butch
And
had
it's
chimed in the
over.
chat and said like, "Oh, well, now that you said it's not going to happen, it's going to happen."
Yeah,
Yep.
you're one now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we should talk about that story on the podcast. That one's a little too insensitive. We might
I
get
didn't even hear what
canceled
she
over it.
said.
She was talking about Juan and Daquan.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
Well,
not.
If I Google the name of Amanda Dirty Justin, you gotta go by tractor. You don't get to pick your name.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Dirty
that's
Dustin
fair.
kind of really fits you. Your feet are always dirty.
That's where that came from?
No.
Oh. I thought it was.
Don't show your. Oh my God. This
Don't
is
show
not.
your
See my
feet. Don't show
This is
your
not.
feet.
This is not. This is not. OnlyFans. We should not be showing feet pictures.
Hey, if it gets you money.
Speaking of that, we are also brought to you by Just the Cavs at OnlyFans.com. That is Jared. Jared participates in that. As you can see, Jared participates in that. Sorry, I gave you a plug, Jared. I don't want to hear anything about it. I posted the plug, and not only that, you gave me the wrong plug anyways, because that one's definitely not you. I definitely looked that up. He puts on calf pics. But that one's a charging one. He's free. We're going to do our ticket giveaway in just a few minutes. So, guys, pay attention. Let your friends know. Definitely, we're going to be giving away some tickets to the fight from Caveman's Corner. Unfortunately, Ray has an ear infection and is dripping pus out of his ear. So, he can't be here. So, we're going to make all the trivia questions about Ray.
Did
and
you
we're going
stick
to
the Q-tip in too far?
That is exactly what happened, actually. So he had a Q-tip in his. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell the story, but he's not here, so I'm going to tell it. So he had the Q-tip sticking in his ear, like sticking in his ear, and the dog came by and hit it, and it pushed it into his ear. So when he pulled it out, it was all bloody, and he ruptured his eardrum. So he actually has an eardrum injury, and now he has
That'll
an
do
ear.
it.
Yeah, he has an ear infection, and he's having a party at his house, so he didn't want to go in the sauna to do this podcast. So he's not going to be here for this one.
Now he knows what it feels like to be a girl. Easy does it now.
Speechless. This is what training is like. Normally, now we go back to hitting pens.
One inappropriate comment, like.
You already showed your feet. You're about as inappropriate as we can get. Going back to Aaron.
Yeah.
You're about to face a guy with some great abs. What's your game plan going in? Look at those abs. I think I could wash dishes on those things.
Yeah, I will say, those are probably the most defined abs I've ever seen in my life. Besides you, Coach.
Thanks.
Besides-
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. What was the question?
I'm like, what's your game plan to go in and deal with a guy with abs that look like? I'm sorry to distract you with his abs.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what to say. I can't say too much about like game plan and stuff.
Yeah, that's smart. You're a thinking man. You must be one of my students. Don't say too much. Just talk some bullshit. This is not the opposite though. So this is the double mind trick.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out to Tractor, and I think that's gonna mess with his brain a little bit. Hearing the lyrics of that song is gonna really kind of get in his head, and I think
Probably
he's
your
gonna think
sister's
like,
head, too.
what kind of I think he's gonna think like, what kind of psycho is this? I think anyone walking out to that song would think that.
Absolutely.
I came out
It's
to
way
Peaches,
worse
dog.
than anything I've ever thought about.
Peaches is kind of a cool one though.
You should come out to see us for Cookie.
I thought about it. I did think
Yeah.
about that for a while, like C is for cookie, and like walking out to it. I could get down with that.
So let's talk about all the songs you got beat up to at the gym. You got beat up to C is for Cookie.
Okay, wait. Before you start, we should like put them in order of like there is one that is definitely the worst. There is one that is definitely the worst.
What one's that?
So okay, the worst one is definitely Rockin' Robin. Okay, that is by far the worst. I remember that day so vividly too. We were sparring. So for people that don't know, when sparring Caveman, there are like a couple of songs out there in the world that like have like such a low chance of coming on, but like if they come on, you better like just like kind of like walk off the mat and leave, because that's your best chance of getting away clean. Because Rockin' Robin, what's the story behind that? Like, why is that
Man, if he
your
likes you, he'll
thing?
just do cartwheels over you during that one.
What's the story behind that? So
Yeah.
that actually reminds me of like one of my favorite days. So I went, I had a family trip, and it was my wife's birthday, and we went to this castle thing, and then we went to a diner, and it was an old school diner, and they played that song Red Milkshake. So it makes me happy. So it makes me want to beat people up.
I remember you told him like a totally different story for that song.
Yeah,
Such
what did
a
I tell you for that
happy-
song?
Such a
What?
happy story for like it causing so many people so much pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I remember, I think London had like his parents in there or something that day, and we were sparring or whatever. It was before I had a fight like lined up and everything. We were just like sparring, and then like that song came on, and I watched your eyes go like almost like different directions. Like like you got this like kind of like crazy look, and then I remember Butch being in like, oh no, Aaron, you're done. And that was a rough last like half of the round. But I think that C is for Cookie, the Cookie Monster song, was way funnier just because I didn't know. I knew Rockin' Robin was a thing. I did not know that C is for Cookie is another song. Like when it came on, you just started like going to the beat of the music, and was just like
Is that the song that you sprayed the ceiling with your blood?
No. I don't think there was any song on for that one.
It's like
I don't-
projectile blood.
Yeah, that was a pretty good. It's still on our ceiling in the gym. We shouldn't
Yeah,
talk about that. I probably have to pay a cleaning bill for that one. I'm just gonna flip the towel around so they don't see that.
No. Okay, for people listening that might be my family or something, okay? It wasn't bad. I just had a bloody nose, and like I got hit with like an uppercut, and like I just like blew my nose, and it just projectile flew onto the ceiling.
It wasn't as good as the projectile vomits that we get as well.
Yeah.
Aaron gave me my first bloody nose.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that you gave Amanda her first bloody nose.
I'm proud of
All
her.
right. So we're gonna get into the questions now. 1, what is Ray's favorite pornography? What is he always watching during the podcast? 2, what age group does Ray date or chase after? 3, what was Ray's first episode on the podcast? And number 4, which I didn't type, I actually hit enter on a mistake. And number 4 is, who was the guest that put the hooker in the trunk? Anyone that
Is this
can
for
name
me and
those 4?
Amanda?
No, this is anyone that can name those 4 questions wins 2 free tickets to your guys' fight. Ray's got 1, or Jared's got 1. And
I
it's
feel
funny
sad
that,
that I know like 90% of these. I feel sad about that.
yeah, that's good. That means you listen to enough podcasts. 40.
I'm very
no,
happy that I don't know any of these.
That's an incorrect answer, Jared. If it's not 80, it's too young.
Banana bread, banana nut bread.
Yeah, banana mutt bread. And who was the guest that put the hooker in the trunk? After he just got done talking about God and church.
What?
Yeah. So I had this guy on, and he was a veteran of a very prestigious organization. And he just got done talking about all the church stuff he does and how he's like all holy and stuff now. And then he's like, yeah, like when you tie up a hooker and put her in your trunk. I'm like,
Just like that.
okay. Yeah, just like that. And he's like, you got to take that out. You got to erase that. And I was like, no. Jared, you got so many wrong answers. You're already out. That's definitely not Kung Lee. That was good about the religious thing, though. So, Amanda, going into your fight, what is going to be your strategy going in, since this time you can't take her down and choke her up? Or armbar her?
I don't know.
Or,
I don't know what I'm going to do then.
yeah. Maybe you're going to take her down.
I the like muscle memory instincts, they kick right in sometimes.
Yeah.
We
Talents is armor.
got some plans.
Yeah, we do got some plans. We're going to hit her with the Arby's and roast beef.
Yeah, there's no filet mignon there.
Got some code words going on. This is gym talk. So what we do is we have a set codes for our fighters, so like we know what we're talking about and they don't, and we're gonna go in. Do you guys feel like it's an advantage or disadvantage that you guys are both fighting someone from the same gym?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
So
Not just a
I feel
punching
like
bag dog.
sometimes you can tell. So before we were training like specifically for certain people, me and Aaron would often throw the same combos right at each other and be like, "Oh, who taught you?" And so I feel like that happens a lot when you're training together for a long time with someone else. So you could assume that they're going to be like each other, or they could be so different, like because we don't fight anyway like Cam does. So there's like athleticism or natural ability that comes in, and we don't have that.
We don't have that. Some of us do. Cam's got it. He's part of our gym.
Yeah, me and Aaron.
Oh,
Wait, who's Cam?
Oh,
Daquan. Cam's his white name.
Yeah. My take on this, I've thought about it for about 15 seconds now. I feel like I'm kind of indifferent to it because I feel like it depends on the gym. I feel like some gyms like have very specific things that all of their fighters get taught or something, but I feel like every fighter is so different in every way. Like you could take like me and Butch, and we're just completely different in the way we fight,
Right.
So I think it might be an advantage if you for the second fighter to get to see what like maybe the first fighter from that gym did. But I don't think it matters too much in the long run.
No, because like look at Ilfrey. You can't look at Ilfrey and be like, yeah, Amanda's jiu-jitsu is gonna be like his.
Yeah, it's just I think in very specific gyms and scenarios it might help, but I think generally it's not too big of a deal. If you out condition them and outwork them, I think you get it.
Do you think it's better for them or worse for them that they have a bunch of people on the card? You guys are gonna experience the same thing because at one point I may be out there with one of you guys while the other one needs to warm up and then come back in and obviously we have other coaches to help out, but like I'll be out with one of you guys while the other ones get warmed up probably since you'll both be earlier in the card. They have like fighter after fighter after fighter after fighter going. So,
Yeah,
do you
I've
think
had
that
thoughts about that because there's a lot of big gyms, and so they have all each other as serious sparring partners. So that's cool. They're all like trying to fight, so they're all serious, and then they have each other, so that's great. But I feel like you don't get that kind of individual attention where your coach is like making whole lesson plans just for the people fighting, because you can't do that when you have 10 people on the card or like whatever they have.
right?
Yeah, and I think morale wise, it's a big advantage too. Like, or a big disadvantage also. Like, if you have 4 fights in a row and you're the 4th guy, and 3 of your guys all just lost in a row, it's gonna mess with you a lot right before you go out, no matter what you do. But if 3 of your guys win 3 straight in a row, you're gonna feel good, and they're gonna be supporting you going out.
Right,
So.
you're gonna be like, our gym is killing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of that. When I fought for Devin Y, and we always had like 9 guys on the card, so like the whole card is us, and like you're separate groups even kind of like you're with your coaches and like you coach with different people and the people that are warming you up are your coaches, so like you go out with them. But like it's really tough to watch like a bunch of people lose or a bunch of people come back. It even puts more pressure on you. Like, man, so like that's 7 wins in a row. I don't want to be the guy that loses, like especially when you're later in the card. Like you guys won't have to worry about as much because you're 0-0 and you're also 0-0, even though you have a fight in MMA, you're still 0-0 in kickboxing. So I'm sure that will be pretty early in the card. You're fighting a debut fighter and you're fighting an 0-1 fighter, so obviously will be pretty early in the card. So I'm looking forward to watching both of you guys fight actually, and just to see how you perform in your lights. Like you have done awesome when the lights are on you. You've come out, you performed perfectly. Obviously, Catlin can attest to the fact that you came out like a true savage, and you're really putting it together at the right point you can. And if you fight like you fought in our fight night simulation, man, it's gonna be a good career for you. Um, we're gonna really keep you going. I thought that this was gonna be our only fight together. I thought you were moving, so we moved pretty fast to get this fight, and it looks like you're gonna be staying for a little bit, at least from what you've been saying. So I'm excited that we're gonna get an opportunity to work a lot more, and this is just the start of a bunch of fights.
Yeah, I definitely hope to keep fighting with you. Plans on me moving, like I said, up in the air still, kind of uncertain where those are gonna land. But I mean, I'd love to keep fighting for you and representing the gym.
Awesome. So how can people get tickets from you, Aaron?
They can message me directly. I have got tickets in my hand, and I will find a way to get the tickets to you, or I'll just send you the link.
No, don't send them a link. Then you're not gonna get commission. You gotta get commission.
Okay, then don't.
I'm trying to
I won't
hook
send
you up
you the
with
link.
commission. How can people get tickets from you?
I got paper tickets.
You can make a paper airplane and throw it to them, or what?
Yeah, I had to mail them. My lights went out. My phone.
All right. So Amanda's gonna send you
I don't know.
paper
I gotta mail
airplane.
them. I guess you gotta hurry up because if I gotta mail them or I gotta drive them to you.
Yeah, but you guys are not
I'm
giving
busy.
information. Like, how can someone get a hold of you, Aaron?
You can message me through my Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want me to leave my handle? What would be the best way for that?
You can just type it right there in the comment section. So there's comments. You can click the comments on the top right of the screen there, and you can type in your Instagram. But this was a softball pitch for you to plug your photography business.
Oh. Yeah, I'm a photographer. I've got lenses and stuff that I take photos with.
And then you have like your face somewhere on a bench and people can sit on it.
Yeah.
His face is on a bench where you can sit on his face. Oh my god, that was the funniest commercial ever.
But no, underscore the letters E and Z and then underscore visuals. That's my Instagram for my photography. I do real estate photography. So yeah, that's where you can send me a message, whatever you gotta do to get into touch with me, and we'll figure out a way to get you guys tickets.
I forgot my Instagram name.
Well, you are
I have it
officially the
pulled up.
worst. You are officially the worst salesperson of all the time.
It's
What did I
like
just come into?
ADD,
Gabe, we
like
don't
there's a
know.
dot.
This is chaos. But Gabe, you have an opportunity to win 2 free tickets to your fight if you can answer 4 questions. What is Ray's favorite porn? What age group does Ray date? What was Ray's first episode on the podcast? And what is the guest that put the hooker in the truck? If you can answer those 4 questions, we are giving away 2 free tickets from Caveman's Corner, and the proceeds will go to Aaron and Amanda. Did you come into your Instagram yet?
Oh, me? Am I supposed to look for that? Hold on.
I was making time for you to find it. Except she's on her phone,
It's
so it's gonna come up.
D underscore MMA. Because I have ADD really bad.
What?
So ADD
Who?
MMA.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking?
Yeah.
My Instagram name?
Yes, that is the Instagram name. You can also reach Aaron at this number if you need real estate photography, portraits, headshots, event photography, or mini. Is that a midget joke?
No.
Mini paparazzi?
No,
That
so
seems like a midget joke.
No, it's definitely not. So no, that was an idea I came up with way long ago, where it's like Niagara Falls. I live closer to the falls than Buffalo, but like this area is big with tourism in the summer, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool if people like that are tourists here want someone just to kind of like follow them around for the day, not have to worry about taking photos. Like, oh, this would be a nice pose or whatever. Like, I'll just follow you around, do all the photos for you for that day, and then send them back to you.
Huh.
Oh, that's what husbands are for.
What?
That's why you get a husband, so you can make him take your picture all the time.
Oh,
well, yeah.
God. You should not get a husband, Aaron. I would not recommend that.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, Amanda. Sorry.
All right. So before we get totally
out.
off the rails, what's the best thing that you've taken out of this fight camp, Aaron? Hopefully, say slipping and jab.
That's a tough question.
Sprinting sucks.
Did you say what's the best thing?
Yeah, what's the most important thing? The best thing, the most important thing that you've taken out of camp?
I think so. I always knew that mentality is like half the battle, but like, I've never really been able to test it. And pushing myself through this fight camp, like doing those like football field sprints in particular, like really push yourself to a limit where your brain is telling you like stop, and you just kind of have to tell yourself like do more now, keep running. And it's like, yeah, it's just like a whole nother level of like pushing yourself through the conditioning. And I think that is going to be super beneficial for the fight. Just like having that constant mentality that I have developed over the fight camp, just kind of lingering through the fight, it being so close, you know?
Of course, another integrity guy.
Aw.
Hey, Jarrett, I'll come in early. We'll have a chat.
He charges extra for OnlyFans.
You can take pictures of his calves all over Niagara Falls.
I would like to say
Schedule
that you
photo shoot in the
definitely did
falls.
good job stomping out your inner bitch, Aaron. You were never soft when you came in. You're always unfortunately I found out how tough you were because you took a lot of beatings in the beginning and you never quit. And
Yeah,
like
because Tyler was such a dick to you. I realized how tough you were when Tyler would not stop on you, on your face.
My thing, so very
On your
specifically,
body.
my mentality with Tyler was I am not going to be the first one to walk off this mat. I was like, I will not be the first one to walk off. I will be the last one on this mat.
well, you earn his respect too. Like he
Yeah.
definitely respects you, and you earn my respect by standing up to that too. And I hope you guys get a chance to spar again so we can see how much you've improved since last time, man. Like you've really come a long way, and I think it would help you see how much you've improved too. Like he hasn't been training, so he's been stagnated. So he'll be about the same as last time you sparred, and you've like been moving, you know. And I think it'd be a great experience for you to just see how far you've come since then. Um, Amanda, what have you taken out of this camp?
That I cannot get a good job for nothing. It's a good thing that my mom taught me never to be a good job junkie, because I have to be fueled by a lot more than just a good job to keep coming back every day. I'm like, I'm sparring men all the time. I don't get gratification from that because I can't beat any of you. I don't get much gratification like verbally from class because I have to be like perfect to get a good job. It's like the only gratification I'll get is from winning a fight, so I better do it or it's all wasted.
I told you good job today. That was like one a year, like you deserve.
Like one time. Yeah.
Yeah, you look sharp today. Your punches look really
Thanks,
good.
Mom,
Really
for
good.
never letting me be a good job junkie.
Yeah. Your mom does a really good job.
I think that you're doing yourself a disservice too. I mean, like you're a complete savage sometimes when we spar. Like
Yeah,
coach,
you made Aaron bleed.
Yeah, you made me bleed the other day.
You beat poor Aaron up.
And like coach said something that's so true, is like you either like have like two settings, like 100% or like 20%. And like when you go like 100%, I like actually struggle to like hang with you. It's tough.
Well, thanks.
I have some bruises that bear your name as well. When I said go light.
You did not say go. Oh, wait, you're talking to Amanda?
Yeah, I'm talking to her. Yeah.
I thought
slow
you
and
said
light.
go slow or something.
The worst. The two things I've taken the most out of you guys for this camp, and before we go all mushy, I just want to say, like, you guys both been putting in hard work, and I'm a tough coach, and like I don't really accept less than good. So like it's hard to get a good job. Aaron, you've had a complete discipline to transforming your body and making yourself more athletic. You already had the toughness, and you already do well acquiring skills. But conditioning and making your body better are two things that you struggle with. Not struggle with, but you didn't really focus on coming into the fight, and you really focused on it, and you will continue to get better. As your athleticism improves, your striking will improve, your movement will improve. I'm very pleased by what you're doing, and we're going to continue to get your weight down. And I think we're going to get a fight at 125, 130 next time. And man, you will be a savage. We're going to get you down from that 165 you've been hanging around at, get you down to like a weight that you should be at, like, 25, 35, somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
dude, like I'm so impressed how you ran so much. That was a lot of money.
I run a lot. I don't hang around 65.
I'm bulking you up for the purpose of misleading your opponent on your weight.
Yeah, I walk around at 75.
Yeah, 95. Sorry. Making a cut down to 40. Yeah.
I'm actually
That's tough.
225.
Yeah, that's a tough cut to 40, but we'll make it no problem. I guarantee you we will be on weight. Amanda, I watched you struggle with trying to find a way to do camp. You've gone from one camp to another. You've trying to decide what is the best way for you to learn, whether it's having female bodies or good coaching. You're struggling to find the dichotomy of what works for you, and you are really coming into your own. You always struggle leading up to camp, and all of a sudden, like when the lights are on, you're always there. And I'm looking forward to see you perform on Saturday. And I think you will be at your very best under the lights. And I don't know how you're going to perform, Aaron, because I haven't seen you under the lights yet. But I cannot believe that you will not perform at your utmost. You seem to really like attention as well. And like that's an addiction that like all good fighters have, like the three of us do. Like we like to have the attention on us, So that makes us good fighters. Perform under the lights. And I can't wait to see you guys perform. Any last words for the fans at home? Both of those guys are stunned. I said nice things. I'm sorry, what was that, Amanda?
I don't have any fans.
You don't have any fans?
Wait, your fans?
Yeah, my fans. Yeah.
Oh. Do it now.
Do it now. If you're watching on YouTube,
Yeah.
please like and subscribe and do it now. I have not got one new subscription during this, I don't think. At least none have popped up yet. So if you haven't subscribed, I know there's been a lot of people watching. Please do. I'm getting lots of hearts on here. I'm not seeing people subscribe. I don't know what's going on with you guys. Jared said you also beat him up, Amanda. You did beat him up that one day. You kind of.
I did the Amanda pass on him.
Yeah, you're a pretend bully. You're like, oh, I can't ever do anything. Bah, 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 bah. Oh, I can't do anything. Bah, 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 bah. Yeah, that's you. You're a pretend bully.
That's true.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. Please, if you want to get tickets, see them. They do get a small commission for selling tickets, and like you guys are obviously not getting paid to do this, so any tickets that we sell goes to them, and it really helps us continue to fight. Any tickets? I have tickets at the gym too. If you buy tickets from the gym, what I do is I've split up the ticket sales between Amanda and Aaron. So if you buy 2 tickets from me, each of them gets a ticket sale, and that's how I've been doing the tickets. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everyone paying attention to this. And the first person to message me the correct answers, if you can do it before the fight, and I can get you the tickets, I will get you those 2 tickets that I promised you. All right. We are trying to give away 2 tickets. I apologize. Ray's got pus coming out of his ears and he can't be on the podcast, but we wanted to get this one out before it got too late. Thank you guys so much for being on, and we are out of here. Peace.